The Supreme Court did not remove a widely used abortion drug from the market, but access to it might be decided by the potential patient's state. Hello, I'm Steve Eager.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. The court unanimously ruled the plaintiffs in the case did not have standing, leaving no cause for the justices to get involved. Several states already have laws that determine access to the drug. Fox 4's Stephen Dial reports that may be where the legal battle goes next.
Conservative Justice Brett Kavanaugh said that federal courts are the wrong forum for this challenge to the FDA. And while he welcomed the unanimous decision, President Joe Biden said in a statement, the fight for reproductive freedom continues.
So at stake here was the way in which the majority of abortions in states where it is legal are conducted. And the Supreme Court 9-0 held that they were not going to get into the question of whether the FDA made a mistake. They're letting the regulation stand.
Thursday, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected a push to restrict access to the abortion pill mifepristone. The medication approved by the FDA in 2000 was used in 6 out of every 10 abortions nationwide last year. Justices unanimously ruled the Texas plaintiffs lacked the legal right to sue over a drug that was widely considered as safe for the past 24 years. Conservative Justice and Trump appointee Brett Kavanaugh wrote the opinion. Part of it said, quote, the plaintiffs may present their concerns and objections to the president and FDA in the regulatory process, or to Congress and the president in the legislative process. David Cole is a constitutional lawyer not associated with the case.
The doctors in this case said that someday they might have to treat somebody who might be affected by mifepristone as a result of these regulations. Justice Kavanaugh says if we accept that, then firemen can sue about building codes because someday the building might catch on fire.
Cole said elements of this case could likely be challenged again, for instance, the interstate travel of the medication. But he says it's unlikely that a case will make it to the Supreme Court soon.
There may yet be another challenge to this law someday somewhere, but it's not going to be in court with this kind of lawsuit. It just can't work.
This ultimately may turn into a state challenge. As David Cole mentioned, this will be challenged. Kansas Attorney General Chris Kobach said in a statement that he believes states have better positioning to challenge this than doctors.